200 meters to the northwest.
So it might be the best way to approach this is to kind of come off the wall.
Yeah.
Up in the water column, drop to the point, and then do exploration up the wall on the way to the next series of points.
Yeah, if you want to do that, it's fastest for sure. Otherwise, like, yeah, we're just going to go backwards down the wall. It's not going to be...
Could we get the Norbit on the screen? If we're going up high, we could watch for the water, for the seep if we're coming down on it.
How far are we going? How far is this moving?
It's 200 meters to the northwest.
Yeah.
Are you...
So yeah, it's up to you guys. We can, like Nicole says, we can just come up and go straight away, or we can just go there and I'll back down the hill.
I think it's okay with going with Nicole's suggestions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually the visual of backing down the hill isn't great, so I figured we'd be kind of losing time.
That's right. Okay, northwest, you can...
Bridge nav.
Put it in, Jeff.
20 meters at 320.
320.
Yes.
Did you want Norbit somewhere up front? A big screen or the side one here by Rendy? Or?
Just the side screen.
The side one, yeah, I don't want to keep that Argus view today.
Okay. I can do that for him.
All right, I think we're back online. I know the video feed's been dropping. Thanks for letting us know.
So we're on the move now, 20 meter steps?
20 meter steps at 320.
Roger.
Roger. Thank you, Tammy.
Yep.
I gotta talk to Rennie when he gets up. The USPL's been...
Not good, eh?
Yeah, it's been jumping all over, and the calibration numbers when we did the gyro USP cal are a little higher, and we saw that yesterday too.
Somebody's saying that the video feed on the science portal is out. Yeah, that's...
Yeah,
okay.
Been dropping
Jeff, what speed have you got them doing?
All the video feeds to the website. We're just down for a few minutes.
Vessel's moving at 0.3.
Okay.
Do you want to give him?
We might be able to get him up to 0.5. We're just going away from the slope, right?
Yes. Well,
yeah.
I'll do it on the next step. We'll get a little faster.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to jump off the cliff.
Bridge nav, 20 meters at 324. Can you make that at 0.5 knots? Okay, we're moving.
Roger.
Beginning to move.
Let's come up a little bit, Rendy. You're down almost 10 meter altitude there.
Oh yeah, Roger.
that's better.
Bridge nav 20 meters at 324.
Are we going to this NP3?
Bridge nav 20 meters at 324.
Yeah, I haven't seen the USBL pings that bad since, well, before we got this Sonar 9 system. The last year of TrackLink was looking like that.
Not sure what's happened, but it's stabilized where if you look at
it's a lot better now.
it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Wonder if there was the prop or the bow thruster was somehow just angled at it at the pole.
Yeah, it must have been something like that. It's fine now. You could pilot on that. So Nicole, we go down to NP3 and then we come up. Do we go into that cluster of targets there?
So that's actually where we started this morning.
Yeah.
NP3 though was really interesting target, and we're hoping that that'll be an opportunity to sample again.
Nice.
I think if it, regardless, we're either going to do some sampling there or not, and then we're going to...
Bridge nav, 20 meters at 324.
If you have the dive plan in front of you, it has a better map view unless
yes.
Unless Jeff zooms out, but there's a series of like black dots that aren't labeled on the dive plan. Those are old seep picks. We could kind of go up along that to waypoint 4 and then new point 4 if there's time. But that's covering quite a distance in a very difficult terrain, so.
Yeah, it's slow going sometimes.
Yeah, but we've gotten a lot accomplished. We got to the seafloor in good time and, got that first gas tight, so.
Yeah.
Bridge nav 20 at 324.
Tamara, how much of Grace Canyon has been explored? I mean, I'm just taking a look, we've got a kilometer here and we're seeing all this cool stuff. How much the canyon has had previous dives? Yeah, we're not even there, just kind of up and out on the outside.
Oh, ideally, Jeff, when we get there, get Argus over here somewhere so we can look up slope.
Roger. Bridge nav 30 meters at 324.
How much is left in our move over there, Jeff?
$130 meters from where Hercules is. 136.
This is the moment for a sperm whale.
That's amazing. There's a lot of too much stuff on the porch, but just amazing that the whale came up so close to the ROV.
That was a bubble cruise too. Never know. And it lasted so long. It was 22 minutes. That circled all around. If you're tuned in and we are currently available via the video feeds going out, let us know what your questions are. Happy to bring those into the conversation. Yeah, during that last drop, my whole screen just froze up and I was like, well, I think that means the satellite has dropped. came back a little bit later. We're troubleshooting that.
Bridge nav 30 meters at 324.
Randy, we can come down 10 meters.
Oh. There you go, got a comment about the sperm whale. The sperm whale video is from 2015. You can check it out on Nautilus Live. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. We were following bubble plumes up into the water column. We're several hundred meters up off the seafloor, and a teenage boy sperm whale came and checked the vehicle out, peeked into all the cameras, swam all around. Really incredible footage. So yeah, you can find that in the gallery page of Nautilus Live or with the search feature.
So that on the starboard side of Argus sonar is actually the slope? Or is
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. You see your See on high pack, right? We're driving away. You can see it there.
Yeah.
Those little, see those, like there's 3 marks on the inside in the 20-meter ring?
Yeah.
They're very faint now?
Yes.
That's just noise, right?
Yeah, that's
If you
noise.
put on Dan's cobalt setting thing that he likes, you can see that. Oh, wrong sonar. See this line, this line, this line? It's all junk.
Oh, yeah.
There's your actual slope.
What causes those?
It's just
kind of fake
interference. Yeah, it's just where the sonar is mounted on the vehicle. It's just some kind of light reflection coming back. The beam extends out about it's about 15 degrees, on top and bottom of the head.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just picking up some bits of the frame.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bridge nav 20 meters at 300.
Okay, Tamara, question for a viewer. What is the purpose of researching the bubble streams and the hydrate? What are your big goals?
So it's just part of the overall research of exploring and characterizing the ecosystems and the bubble streams at all these methane seeps.
Mm-hmm.
And one specific thing that we can do with looking at the hydrate and the bubble streams is getting some information about the carbon flux into the ocean. And also with that, like the overall carbon cycle and interaction with atmosphere. So that's one specific goal by looking at bubble streams and hydrate, because these are both, or hydrate is a very big reservoir of carbon, and the bubble streams are kind of transporting. Hydrate is a big reservoir, but also the organic carbon that we have in the sediments and the methane that is dissolved in the pore waters. So these are big reservoirs, and the bubble stream basically transport this carbon into the ocean and bring it into the big carbon cycle. But otherwise, we're also looking just at the chemistry of the bubble streams and the pore waters and hydrate, and then try to find the influence of them onto the bacteria and the other way around, also how the bacteria change the chemistry and this interaction, and also get some information about resources, carbonate hard grounds, if fish want to, or if we have see specific amount of fish around these carbonate areas. And the carbonate we are looking at is also a product from the methane oxidizing, so it's also kind of originates in from the bubbles and the flows that we are having. So it's a big interplay of the whole ecosystem that is driven by this seepage.
Do you know how the hydrate will be affected by changing sea temperatures?
So right now it's in the stability field of hydrate, but the stability of hydrate is dependent on pressure, temperature, and the methane concentration. So if you increase the temperature, then the hydrate gets moved out of its stability
Bridge nav
field.
20 meters at 300.
How much do you need to move the temperature by to move it out of the stability field?
So here we are fairly deep. So our edge, or the typical, like here at the Cascading margin where we are working, the edge of the stability field is at like 500 meters water depth right now. And there it's only small changes of temperature that can make a difference. But down here we are at 1600 meters, so we are well within the stability field. So it shouldn't, a small change of temperature shouldn't make a big difference. Yeah.
Awesome.
But right at the edge, there it's where it's critical. Yeah.
Is there, I was want to know if there's fuel research being done on this methane. Is that a target for?
No, it's like we want to describe and characterize the ecosystem. Yeah.
Cool. We're getting a shout out from Trinidad and Tobago. Somebody listening in their office. Hello, happy work day, happy Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, yeah. All right, maybe around the room. What is the most exciting event you have personally encountered with the Nautilus? These superlative questions are super hard. My answer changes every time, but pick maybe one of the most exciting moments you've gotten to be part of. Jeff, kick us off.
Diving on the site that we targeted with the seismic data, and then it was what I predicted was going to be there. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
I like the whale fall from 2 years ago. That's pretty cool. And at the same time, the octopus garden was neat.
For me, it would be actually this side, that ridge. It was very different. Very different, you know, more information I had to take in, looking at the sonar, SBP, much more thrilling, I would say. And also, I got a small chance to pilot Herc yesterday, right? Yeah, that was pretty exciting too.
Oh, cool.
Very challenging, apparently.
Bridge nav 20 meters
go,
at
Randy.
300.
Oh, it's too bad you couldn't get more time in there, Randy. It's just the way it...
It's fine. Had a taste of it.
Well, we're going to go, after this target, we'll go up slope. We should see some pretty cool stuff, I think, for the last hour.
Yeah.
Vessel is going over the target now.
Roger.
Tammy, do you have a most exciting?
I was thinking.
Oh, it dropped way off.
I feel
Sorry,
like
Tammy.
I always miss it. As soon as I get off shift,
Come down
something
10.
happens. Like I get off shift and then the whale fall, and I was like, really? But I did like the sea mounts with DFO, the Spongetopia. That was really cool, and it was for a video engineer a lot of fun, lots to see and do for it.
Yeah.
As well as I still have people that will message me or send me something and be like, hey, do you know this? I was like, yeah, I was there.
That's so cool. Yeah, when I give talks, I definitely realize like my talks are often skewed to like the moments I got to witness, you know, as I'm picking out what highlights to show and talk about, you know, the stories that I got to be part of.
Keep on coming, Randy.
Yeah.
What's that?
Just keep coming down.
Yeah, roger.
What about for you then?
Oh man, I have so many different categories. You're like coolest surprise, you know, is probably the whale falls hard, or the sperm whale visit is still really hard to beat. Even though that was many, many years ago, just because it like just gotten off SPL and kind of explained like, no, I don't think we'll ever see a whale. We're pretty noisy and bright. And then just like the ocean proves you wrong. It loves to prove you wrong.
Yeah, he was like, I'll show you.
Yeah, wait a minute. I really liked diving on the USS Independence too. That was probably my favorite shipwreck I've gotten to be part of. Just seeing how life had totally colonized the wreck and being surprised by finding the airplane there. That was really cool as well. Tamara, what is your most exciting?
All right, hold that, Randy.
Yeah, at 20.
I think when we saw hydrate for the first time in 2016,
Yeah.
like on my first Nautilus cruise, yeah.
Had you seen it on other ships, or was that?
No, for me that was the first time diving on
Like, we're gonna
methane seeps at all.
Oh wow!
So I haven't seen that
Pulling
yet.
up here.
Oh, how cool!
Do you want to do another move to keep
Yeah,
go up?
yeah, I think you should move exactly like
Okay.
you're saying, yeah. Because that'll put Argus where the stern of the ship
Yep.
is now, yeah.
Bridge nav, 10 meters at 000.
Actually, I think I have to add to that too, because for me, it's also really a highlight or exciting when I see like the scientists get super excited
my
about
gosh,
something, because then it's like you automatically, it's contagious. You're like, you're excited and you can't not watch either. You're in the lounge. If you're not on watch, you're like, ooh, this is what they're looking for.
Yeah. Nicole, what are some of yours?
Well, the sperm whale's hard to beat for sheer excitement. I mean, we were literally jumping up and down in the lounge. So
On the couch. Yep.
yeah. The gulper eel's a pretty close second because that one was surprising to watch unfold, like, and literally kind of watch it do its thing. So that was just another unreal moment.
Yeah, I forgot. That's amazing. I wasn't up there for that. I would obviously say that. I think that is just crazy that it does that.
And one of my favorite things also is it was a data logger intern who identified it. So, you know,
everybody's like, it's a Muppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this like calm, clear voice just comes in right at the end. It's so good. Shannon?
I've only been on this cruise with the Nautilus.
I'm going to get
So,
oriented to the
it's out of these dives.
kinda
I really like
out
this
front
site.
of Argus to the east. That's the way that we'll be doing it.
I think I like
face
seeing
the
the
same
polychaetes. Anything worms.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that little valley of Sabellids there.
Yeah, makes me real happy. I'm just a worm nerd at heart, so anytime we stumble upon some worms, it makes me happy.
Okay, bring the vessel to a stop.
I mean,
I think so, yeah.
seeing all
Let it
the
all swing in, see what happens here.
inverts
Bridge
at depth
nav,
is
all
cool.
stop. All stop, please.
So would you say your favorite sample was the worms, the 2 worms we got?
Yeah, I also got a, I ended up getting a
Pretty sure
serpulid
Argus
out
is
of
there.
carbonate rock we got. Or maybe it wasn't a carbonate
Oh,
rock.
yeah.
It's a rock that was brought up that I
Going
got
over
something
there.
out of. So
all carbonate.
Just got
it's
bad
probably
ping.
all carbonate.
Hope you like carbonate, because that's all we have.
That's all we
We're
get.
facing the same direction and
So no.
Hercules in front, so
I got like a
yeah,
little small
that
guy
is-
out of that, which
Yep.
was cool.
There we go.
Oh, that is cool.
It always feels rewarding when you like go digging in
yeah.
a tube.
Is Argus
and you finally
actually
get the
right?
full
Somebody's
specimen
right
out.
here. Oh,
Feels like
Hercules.
you've accomplished something.
You can redo the DVL?
I can reset it. Give me a second.
No, it's not important. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's reset it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, question came in if we ever plan to do research in the Great Lakes. We did this season. So we sent some of our team.
Okay, let's come down a bit, Randy. You can get 10 meters there probably.
Oh, roger.
Yeah, so the ship hasn't been there and doesn't have plans to go, but we've sent our team and some of our collaborators and their technology to explore in the Great Lakes. If you want to check that out, click the expedition tab on Nautilus Live. And you can see the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary expeditions from this year and previous years. Did some really cool mapping, looking for shipwreck targets with the Maritime Heritage team of the sanctuary, and also looking at the biology and geology of the seafloor. So we've reached this target. We're going to settle back down onto the seabed. Got several questions about the food. We are well taken care of out here. That we have 2 members of our crew, 2 chefs and a steward, who cook all of the meals out here for us. Really helps in working a 24-hour-a-day watch rotation to not need to make your own meals after that. And 3 p.m. is cookie time.
Watch that, right?
Oh, yeah. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about all you got.
All right. Should I go down more a little?
Well, no, because you're at 20 meters there, right?
Yeah.
So
it's right in front of me. Oh.
Okay, where's this target?
Due north.
Yeah.
North?
Okay, so we'll take a, I think we'll have to do a ship move to get there.
To the north? Just
take us northeast. Yeah. No, just north. He's still swinging in, I can't tell you. Just go north for 10, see where.
bridge nav, 10 meters at 000.
So remind us how we picked this spot.
Oh, yeah, that's clean.
That is one of the targets from last night's multi-beam survey, like an active bubble stream that got detected.
Well, we've blared past it, but it's somewhere around here.
Would you like me to go down, Mike?
Yeah, come down a few meters.
Roger. 3 meters.
So we stepped back off the ridge and are, you could think about stepping back from a wall and taking a big look at it. Moved off to check out this bubble stream, and then we'll
bring your heading around.
Move our way back towards the wall and climb back up.
Roger. East. East as in 90?
Yeah, sure. I'm just sniffing around looking for a...
Yeah. Let's see what's on 90 on the sonar. Okay. All right. We'll go down like 2 meters. You're pulling me, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh. Or the
One of the things that just really impressed me about this expedition is like
getting pulled by you, Mike.
those bubble plumes in the mapping
Very bad.
system can be so distinct. And then I feel like it's, you know, kind of a coin flip of like, will they still be on? Will they be off? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an extremely dynamic system. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so right now we're looking for a bubble stream. Few ways we could spot that. One would be actually seeing the bubbles rise. Another would be seeing discoloration on the seafloor, like a bacterial mat, or maybe shell hash. So that would look like bright white spots. Maybe a bush of tube worms, which look kind of like tumbleweeds.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of that stuff.
Nope. I don't know. Was Annie leading us on a wild goose chase this morning?
Yeah, both 2 and 3.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
also start walking.
Because, yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
so.
Slope and
We wouldn't expect to just see a bubble plume, right? We should see like the other,
right.
yeah, bacterial mats usually.
right?
I mean, we have it sometimes in the shallow ones where you don't see anything but a little bit of gas coming out of the seafloor. But down here, would hope to see more than just a bubble stream, yeah. But I think we can actually start moving up the slope. So, yeah.
So we'll move northeast. And do you still want to just kind of go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow the old pigs, yeah.
Jeff, you have those in your HYPACK map as well? The old kind of
I
pics?
think it's old Thomson data.
Yeah, I see TN265 pick.
Right, right.
It's also looks like a blue dot, which I don't know what that came from, but this is on our way to waypoint 4. So we want to go to that next pick. From here, 240 meters at 5-4 bearing. Do we want to get moving? Or do you want to?
Just a second.
Sure.
Take up 5-4 with Argus.
Roger.
See what that looks like.
That's, yeah, right in the slope direction.
Yep, we'll be going up.
Okay.
Yeah, so we know from the mapping there's a large cliff ahead of us. We're going to kind of head back up to that and along it. So we head to our next target. Hello to the class in Argentina raiding in, and to everyone following along around the world. Send us your questions.
You ready to get the bridge?
Oh, hold on. So Jeff, if you look in Argus's sonar there, right? That's going along the. He's got a 50-degree heading there now.
Yeah.
That's not going up so much as it is along.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just that part of the feature.
Maybe, yeah.
This is really smoothed out for
Yeah.
what reality is.
So just to say, are we more interested in that line, or do we actually want to go up the slope? Because we can look at the sonar image and just go up slope.
Yeah, we are going upslope.
Well, we're going up either way, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, Nicole? Like,
Yeah.
that's Argus at 50 degrees right now, and all the rise is on the.
It's steeper to the east, but there's this divot, and then it'll get steep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's flatter here, and then it'll go up.
Yeah, so we're going a little oblique to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Well, then we're ready, Jeff.
Okay. Bridge nav, 20 meters at 245, at 056. Sorry.
So this is a lot easier. Randy, see it when we're going up?
Yeah.
You don't have a problem giving me the delta that I want?
Yeah.
You're in deeper water?
Yeah, that's true.
And you have the hill, which is on the side, is 40 meters away, but even going ahead, it's like it's not a problem for you because Herc is actually higher up, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, it's all made easy.
Yeah, so for that class following along, this is the deepest dive of this expedition, just about 1,700 meters. The ROVs are built to dive to 4,000 meters, so 13,000 feet, 40 football fields, however you like to measure your depths.
How many swimming pools?
Depends what scale swimming pool. We're talking Olympics?
Good trick question. Let's go with the 50 meter, the one most people are
Then
familiar
80
with.
football field, or 80 swimming pools. Furlongs per fortnight? I don't know. When were our robotic vehicles created? Hercules first dived in 2001, so it was 20 years old. That doesn't mean all the parts of Hercules are 20 years old. One of the great things about the system is it's configurable, so you can put new tools and new components on, take old ones off, adapt the vehicle a little for the type of sampling or science that you want to do. We also have some people from the class from Cuyahoga Community College who we did a live ship-to-shore interaction with a few days ago, tuned in. Thanks for being here and exploring. It's fun talking to your class and answering your questions. Mike, how does Hercules maintain the certain depth? How are you managing the buoyancy?
I have a joystick for that. So I just, like a flight stick, you just haul back on it and Hercules goes up, push down, and Hercules goes down. And there is a little knob next to it that can set a bias. So what that means is we go in light. We always try and go in light because if anything really catastrophic happened, you'd want Hercules to float back up.
20 meters at 056.
And also because we're going to take samples along our dive. So we go in and the pilots use this little knob to set a bias in, because if you don't use the vertical thrusters at all, Herc's just going to float up. So you use this little knob to make the vertical thrusters always be running, always pushing Herc down, and you get that knob dialed that you make it neutral. So then it pretty much, it won't stay exactly where it is, because when you move forward and back, the pitch and the roll causes the vehicle to move around. But generally it'll stay about the same, so then I can just bump up and down with the little flight stick thing. And then there's another controller that has the forward, backward turns and lateral on it. So there's just two sticks that you control the vehicle with.
How do you figure out the right amount of weight to go in for a dive to be a little bit light?
We have a really good system set up. I mean, sometimes, I guess in the evolution of that, maybe at one point it was a little bit more, not guesswork, but less refined. But now after, like say, 20 years, we have a really good handy dandy spreadsheet with in-water weights of everything on the sub. Every time somebody comes, we have new instrument or something like that, we have an in-water weight for it. And so we compensate for that all the time. So we have lead blocks, little lead cubes on the vehicle for trimming. And so we will just, if we have to add an instrument, then we know the in water weight, and we just take off an appropriate amount of lead from the right side of the vehicle so we can maintain the pitch and the roll and all that. And it works pretty well. It works out. We've got it all dialed in quite good, so we can plug all the numbers into the spreadsheet, and it'll just tell us what our net weight will be. So we want to be a little bit positive, right? And we just, work it out like that. And then the sheet tells us essentially how many blocks of lead to remove.
How much do those the little square blocks weigh? Like how much are you adjusting in like 1 pound increments and 10 pound increments?
The little block is, I think it's, maybe it's 5 pounds. Yeah.
That seems right.
Gonna go with 5.
And how much is a plate?
The plate is 16 and 32 pounds. So there's a single plate that's 16 pounds.
Bridge nav 20 meters at 056.
Usually the one on the port side. And the one on the starboard side is a double thick plate.
Good job. And in air, Hercules weighs about 5,000 pounds.
Yeah.
To answer that question. And the primary buoyancy is from the foam pack on top. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, our foam pack is in 4 pieces, but they are basically a kind of a composite of little tiny glass spheres and a resin. And then you have different densities of foam for going down to different depths that are qualified to go down to different depths, or give you a certain amount of buoyancy per, cubic foot, something like that. So, yeah, but they're basically, the yellow blocks are basically full of little tiny glass balls. And that just like an empty bottle in the water, with the air cavity in it will float.
Awesome, thanks. Nicole, I like this question's for you. If you come across a new species, how often do we come across a new species? And then who gets to name it?
Yeah, we come across new species all the time. We don't typically know it right away. A lot of them are what scientists call cryptic. They kind of look alike. So that's why we often take samples, and the scientists who are the experts get to name them. They take a look at them back at the lab and often do genetic work on them. And then the process of actually describing a new species is pretty involved, so it can take a number of years for it to get published. But we have a fairly active group of what we call scientists ashore. These are researchers who are following along from their home institutions, and they often will request the types of samples that they're experts in, and then work through all of the IDs.
Zoom in there, Tammy. What is this?
Some kind of trash? It's angular.
Yeah.
So strange.
It is. Almost looks like concrete.
Yeah.
But then that means it almost looks like carbonate.
That is
More
so weird.
sabellates.
Yeah, those are the dark layers
Feathery.
there. Yeah.
I guess that probably is carbonate. That's
looks
just
like it,
eroded
yeah.
very oddly. Interesting.
Bridge nav 20 meters at 056.
Okay, full wide, please.
Probably a boulder that fell down from higher up.
Mm.
That would make sense, yeah.
Ah, and here's, it looks like more rock ahead, right? Or is that a cloud?
I think it's a
Oh.
dust cloud.
Oh, something fell down?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it's those sablefish.
This
It's just a wave of them.
Sablefish parade.
They're waiting for us. Oh, no.
What happened
wow,
here?
that's a big cloud.
Look in Argus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
wild.
See if I can get on the side of it.
Wow. Hope it's not a landslide.
Something came down slope.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see another boulder
Yeah.
Just
rolling
go
up.
by, yeah. Be nice.
Yeah. So we are at about 1,650 meters here. Anybody want to jump in on this? The viewers want to know what pressure we're experiencing down here. Wants to walk through the pressure calculation.
Rho GH. Density times height.
Yeah.
For the
Scuba divers, yeah. Every 10 meters you descend, you get one more bar of pressure or one more atmosphere. Every atmosphere is 14.7 pounds per square inch is the pressure in salt water that's exerted. So 1,650 meters divided by 10. 165 bar multiplied by 14.7. We'll let you do the math at home. Maybe write in the answer, let us know, but that's the pressure per square inch. Plus 1. Plus 1, 14.7 for the air pressure at sea level. And we're not quite halfway to where we can operate the vehicles. So Hercules is rated for 4,000 meters. We'll get some deep dives like that later in our season as we head out into the Central Pacific.
Something.
What is that? An anemone?
Bridge
Yeah,
nav.
zoom in there.
20
A
meters
fish?
at 056.
Looks like anemone.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
anemone.
Yeah.
It almost looked like it had eyes from the distance.
And then those are like little carbonate
Yeah.
outcrops or something. Exposures more than an outcrop.
Yeah, I've been thinking that the sediment's super deep here, but it must not be.
I guess it's pretty thin. See some gastropods. Looks like another sabellid. Yeah, a lot.